had his fair share of toxic relationships. We saw his relationship with Heather and how it played out on Love After Lockup. And then after he broke up with Heather, he ended up getting with this girl named Marissa, who he's been with ever since. They were actually supposed to get married on April 5th of this year, and they ended up calling off the wedding. And I think that was a good idea because their relationship has been a constant roller coaster, especially this past year. They have both been arrested numerous times after they ended up calling the cops on each other. They have went live exposing each other while they're fighting or while the other one looks like they're visibly on drugs. It's mainly Dylan that does this, but Marissa has been guilty of it too. They're constantly blackmailing each other. And Dylan was just arrested not even a week and a half ago. And as soon as he got out of jail, he had revealed that his OF and Instagram account both had been deleted after he alleged that Marissa ended up hacking his accounts. Dylan claimed that Marissa had transferred over $400 of his money to her account. I've covered that in some of my videos these past 2 weeks. And this morning, I logged on to Facebook, and one of the first posts I saw was this picture of Dylan holding his hand up to his mouth, and you can see he has the name Marissa tatted on his hand. And then he attached this long, lengthy post on his Facebook. He tags Marissa and he says, "I'm not proud of the mistakes I've made, and it's time to set the record straight. From the moment I came home, I know it hasn't been easy being with me. I've taken you down roads no one should have to endure: jail, drugs, lies, and destructive behavior. Through it all, you stood by me, forgave me, and gave me second chances when I didn't deserve them. You took me back after I cheated, forgave me when I stole during my battle with drugs, and you introduced me to your world when I had no one. When I lost my job and sense of purpose, you showed me a way to rebuild my life and gave me a new direction. You settled for less than you deserved just to keep us together. And every moment of significance in my life, events, shows, trips, you always made sure I was by your side, included in everything you had going on. You always let me be your plus one. For anyone who couldn't see it through the smoke, let me be clear. Marissa was never the problem. I was. She's not crazy. Anyone who's been through what she has would have been pushed to the edge, but she handled it all with grace. Marissa, younger than me, has been more mature and has done more to level me up than anyone in my life. I'm so incredibly lucky to have her by my side. To have had her by my side. So that's past tense. And then he says, Marissa, you love your people and you take care of them in ways that go beyond words. I don't have much to offer, but I want to dedicate a piece of myself to let the world know how grateful I am for you. Whether we last forever or not, you'll always be a part of me, and I hope I made a mark on your life the way you have on mine. This tattoo is for you, my best friend, my heart, and the person who has taught me more about love and grace than I could have ever imagined. I love you. And this is after Marissa posted on her social media this video, and it says, I'm sorry, my bad. And if you look close enough, you can see that her lip is visibly bruised. Like, it looks like she got socked in the mouth. And I am assuming, just from what I'm seeing here, that he probably ended up, putting hands on her, and she probably was like, enough is enough. And she's probably went a day longer from talking to him than she usually does, so he's probably freaking out thinking she's really done this time. So he's like, oh my god, I gotta do something drastic to get her attention and try to manipulate my way back to her. And so he decides to get this tattoo. He couldn't get this tattoo while he's with her, but now that she don't want anything to do with him anymore, he's getting this tattoo. Just imagine if she doesn't end up taking him back and now he just has her name tattooed on his hand for the rest of his life as a constant reminder of how much he effed up. And someone said, instead of buying a tattoo, can you cash at me some of the money you owe me? Shaking my head. And someone said, you should charge him interest. And then someone else said, that's a curse. No wonder y'all are toxic together. And then some people were supportive, like, do whatever makes you happy. Here's a comment I just mentioned where someone's like, that's a curse. No wonder y'all are toxic to one another. And someone said in the Instagram videos, cringe. And someone else said, well, that same person said, they record each other on drugs and post it to embarrass each other. They record each other calling the cops saying they, put hands on each other. It's humiliating. Then someone else said, don't listen, Marissa. He won't change. He constantly tries to embarrass you, and that will never stop. Just like he said in the video he posted of you recently, demeaning you. I was stupid to let you back in my life. Yes, you were. Don't make that same mistake again. He obviously has nowhere to go and he wants to live off of you. You deserve better. You're amazing and your light shines so bright. Don't let him dim it. And then someone else said, I don't know, it smells like another manipulation tactic to me, and that's what I think so. And someone else said, oh, the manipulation is astounding. Dylan has came out and said on a live before, the reason I keep going back is because when it's good, it's really good. And we're like best friends. But when it's bad, it's really bad. And when we argue, we go crazy. But the thing is, it looks like Dylan cannot stop with the drugs. And as long as the drugs are around, they're going to keep fighting like this. And it's only going to be a matter of time before we see them like on an episode of Snap or the first 48. Like, how many times do you guys have to send each other to jail and put hands on each other before it's finally a wake-up call? Like, if I was her, I would make Dylan go to rehab or do some kind of like long-term thing to work on himself and see if he can really prove himself, because if she just keeps taking him back and taking him back, he's never going to learn his lesson. And a little tattoo is not enough to show that he has changed. I could already tell that he had a problem with cheating, because in the past when he has gotten fights with Marissa, he will go live, and then when he's live, he's picked up the phone and was talking to other females like, hey, where you at? Let me pull up on you. And the fact that you already got chicks on layaway as soon as you get in a fight, it makes me question if you just started this fight so you can go out and do what you want to do. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this couple in the comments below. I'm so glad they did not get married. And I feel like if they did get married, then Dylan would be even more unhinged, because he's going to feel like Marissa will be less likely to leave now that they're tied down in a marriage. And I think that's why they ended up calling the wedding off. Thank God they don't have any children in this mess that they got going on. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below.